Welcome to Mystic Musings with Tobie Hewitt. I'm Tobie Hewitt, and I'm your guide through time and space and all points in between. Mystic Musings will give you insight into who you are, why you are here, how to live an authentic life, and where you fit into the universe around you. Join me on this path of mystical exploration. Welcome to episode 55 of Mystic Musings with Tobie Hewitt. This week, we will consider growth, service, and setting intent as we continue our mystic journey. Before I begin, I want to point out that this is episode 55, and that the messages I am about to share do indeed deal with the meanings of the number 5, which are change and growth. This week, I turned to the Akashic Tarot deck, created by Sharon Ann Klinger and Sandra Ann Taylor. This deck delves into the Akashic Record to interpret the messages being given. The Akashic Record is like a library that contains all the memories, past, present, and future, in a space and time of here and now. According to the guidebook that accompanies the deck, the Akashic Records are fields of energies and information that contain all wisdom, along with all the technical, scientific, and creative knowledge throughout time. Beyond the messages from spirit, teachers, and guides, this energy holds the awareness of the history of the creative spirit and everything that was created by it, including us. The 3 cards I was given to discuss this week include the 5 of Forces, which is about summer, winter, the card depicting the initiation and the Count Saint Germain, and the 3 of Scrolls, which deals with setting your course. At first, reading the interpretation of the cards provided in the guidebook, I thought perhaps I was being given a personal reading and not one for this episode. The ideas of working on growth and coming to fruition, being initiated into a wider awareness of my life and purpose, and finally setting my course, under the blessing of a rainbow, seemed altogether personally meaningful. As I lean into a new direction, or at least a shift in the direction I am going in as a writer and mystic, the idea of transformation in the vibration of my work to a higher energy when receiving messages from the wider community of ascended beings, and that I am still in control of creating the next steps on my path by accepting the messages I am daily more aware of, all of this seemed very appropriate and timely for my growth at this time. But since this is a reading for you, I also sought the wider messages that are inherent in this. Current events seem to require that we enter into a season of rapid growth as spirits on this plane. Those who are drawn to listening to this podcast's episodes are seeking not only fundamental knowledge of mystical and esoteric practices and beliefs, but also, I am being shown, wanting guidance for the path they are on, and how they can best both serve the intent of this incarnation and those others who are also having a physical experience at this time. Circumstances are requiring us to tend to our individual gardens of ideas and beliefs and ask who we are, why we are here, and how can we serve the greater good in a time when the wider community needs all the compassion, empathy, and love they can receive. We are vessels of energies that are a part of the global change that is occurring. The very situations that are presenting themselves daily are testament to the need for an evolution in the vibrational purpose for which we are here at this time. We are part of the path of growth and the awareness of the wider realities we inhabit. We are beings of light and love, and as such we are invited, if not required, to share that light and love with those who are not aware of this fundamental energy. This time that seems so much of destruction in reality is setting the stage for massive growth in the spiritual awareness and purpose that is the reason for our existence. We are here to learn that confronting might with right is much more powerful than we could imagine as solitary beings. It is by bringing our light together that we can create a massive fire of nurturing peace and love. As we become aware that we are being called to a higher purpose, we indeed are being initiated into a vast contingent of beings whose purpose is to help guide the planet into a higher and ever more loving vibration. When the all was created, the creative spirit did so through and in the energy of love, which is a palpable and constructive energy that is stronger than any other. We who are called to serve, and our number grows daily, are being led to do the work necessary to transform ourselves individually and as a widening community, to serve the greater good and work toward healing the planet in all its aspects, from social issues to environmental ones. We are light workers, and we are called to work with other light workers to bring the light of love into the current paradigm and be the change we not only wish to see, but which needs to be manifested now. And we need to know that we are not lemmings following the whims of the masses, but that we indeed can consciously choose to set our course, one that best allows our individual spirits to converge with others to make the difference we know is necessary for the survival of this amazing experience on this planet. The greatest change occurs during the times of greatest duress. It is the real purpose behind alchemy, which is often mistakenly believed to be the act of transforming base metals into gold. In truth, it is the transformation of energies from base ones to more spiritual ones. Alchemy seeks to raise the vibrations of those desiring to experience a higher and brighter level or plane of being. When we seek to serve the creative spirit through empathy and compassion, we use these energies to transform ourselves, those around us, and the planet into creating the vision that was and is part of our very essence, in and through the energy of love. This week, I invite you to sit in contemplation of how you can further serve Spirit. How can you let your light shine brighter to counteract the darkness that challenges us? What steps can you take to help heal the world? Please join me next week for episode 56 of Mystic Musings with Tobie Hewitt, when Spirit will surprise us once again with new ideas as we continue our mystic journey.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Mystic Musings. Please join me every week to continue our exploration of all things mystical that can help you have a more practical and magical life. Please visit my website, tobiehewitt.com, for more information and to read my blog postings. And join me also at pathwaystomindfulness.org to learn how you can schedule a presentation. I'm available for mindfulness training, demonstrations of psychic abilities, and individual readings. I also have a number of books on mystical topics on Amazon.com. I look forward to hearing from you and answering your questions. Please contact me through tobiehewitt.com.